What if I told you that the medicine that saves your life has a past full of explosives, dyes, and rumors of secret experiments? Get ready, because we are going to unearth the history of Novartis, a pharmaceutical giant with surprisingly explosive roots. It all began in 1856, in the industrialized city of Basel, Switzerland. Alexander Clavel, a man with a vision for business, founded a company called Gesellschaft für Chemische Industrie Basel, or simply, CIBA. Their specialty? Synthetic dyes. Yes, the same type of dyes that colored your clothes also laid the foundation for what we know today as Novartis. Meanwhile, a few kilometers away, in 1886, Alfred Kern founded Kern & Sandoz, another dye company. But soon, Kern & Sandoz began to explore the potential of pharmaceuticals, a path that CIBA would also follow. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, both companies were already producing medicines, complementing their dye business. World War I was a turning point. The demand for medicine skyrocketed, and CIBA and Sandoz devoted themselves fully to the research and development of new drugs. It was a time of frantic innovation, but also of ethical and moral challenges. A crucial moment in the history of Sandoz was the discovery of LSD in 1938 by Albert Hofmann. Initially, its potential as a respiratory and circulatory stimulant was investigated. But, as we all know, LSD took a very different path. For decades, Sandoz distributed LSD for psychiatric research, and even as a supposed therapeutic tool. This generated massive controversy and, eventually, the prohibition of LSD in many countries. But let's go back to the main line of our story. Throughout the 20th century, CIBA and Sandoz continued to grow and diversify. They acquired other companies, expanded their product lines, and became leaders in their respective fields. However, competition was fierce, and the pressure to innovate and reduce costs was constant. In 1996, the decisive moment arrived. CIBA Geigy and Sandoz, two Swiss giants with parallel histories, decided to merge. From this union was born Novartis, a name that evokes new arts, novi arts, and symbolizes the company's ambition to lead innovation in the field of health. The merger was not easy. Integrating two different corporate cultures, streamlining operations, and defining a new identity was a complex and painful process. But in the end, Novartis emerged as an unstoppable force in the global pharmaceutical industry. Now, let's talk about the myth. For years, rumors circulated that Novartis, and its predecessors, had been involved in secret experiments with humans, using prisoners of war or vulnerable populations as guinea pigs. The urban legend was fueled by the company's history, its origins in the chemical industry, and the shadow of experimentation with LSD. Although no conclusive evidence has ever been found to support these accusations, the shadow of suspicion persists. Novartis has always strongly denied these accusations, stating that it complies with the highest ethical and regulatory standards in all its research. However, the persistence of the rumor reminds us of the importance of transparency and accountability in the pharmaceutical industry. Today, Novartis is one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world, with a presence in more than 140 countries and a portfolio of products that ranges from over-the-counter medicines to innovative therapies for complex diseases. The company invests billions of dollars each year in research and development, seeking new ways to prevent, treat, and cure diseases. But despite its success and reputation, Novartis continues to face challenges. The pressure to reduce drug prices, the growing competition from generics and biosimilars, and ethical concerns about animal experimentation and transparency in clinical trials are just some of the obstacles the company must overcome. And yet, the story of Novartis is a testament to the power of innovation, perseverance, and adaptation. From its humble beginnings as a dye factory in Basel to becoming a global pharmaceutical giant, Novartis has demonstrated a remarkable ability to reinvent itself and thrive in a constantly changing world. Because sometimes, behind a simple logo, there is a whole story that few know. A story of explosives, dyes, controversial experiments, and the relentless pursuit of a cure. Were you surprised by the story of Novartis? If you want to know more fascinating stories of famous brands, don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support is essential to continue creating quality content.